Lesson number 5, this is a big one. Rest is not selfish, it's strategic. I always thought you rest when you're tired. My pastor, shout out to Pastor Darius Daniels, really helped me to understand that rest is what you do when you're productive, not just when you're tired. So the more productive you are, the more rest you need. And so I started this year, or 2024, because I don't know when you all will see this, I started in 2024 implementing more strategic rest, like once a week, where I'm just, social media is blocked from my phone, I'm just totally offline, and I have a hobby. I am a competitive tennis player. I'm on 3 tennis teams, y'all. I haven't won a game yet. Maybe by the time this airs, I would have won a game, and I'll come back and tell y'all that now I'm the new Serena Williams. My maiden name is Williams, so it's probably in my blood somewhere. I don't know. But rest is like what you need. So I definitely have dealt with burnout. I've dealt with like mental breakdowns because I did not take enough rest. And so I have to be very strategic about my rest. Another piece of your rest, though, is watching who you talk to and watching what you consume. Like, no, protect your peace at all costs. So the cost of not resting, it can cost you everything. We have for sure, I can definitely say we've lost money because I didn't always steward my emotional state well. And that sucks, because it's one thing if a team member costs you some money. It's another thing if you are the cause, like you are the problem. And in business, no matter what happens in my company, it's on me. Even if it's like, oh, a team member did this, it's not that. It's like I didn't create the structure or the system that allowed them to thrive. I did not give them the tools they needed to succeed. I did not realize in the hiring process that they aren't a great fit here. And so I'm always trying to take what I call radical self-accountability, even in, clients kicking up mess or whatever. It doesn't matter. I should have had a conversation. I should have been the type of leader to go to them and be like, you know what, baby girl, that wasn't right. That made me feel disrespected. Was that your intent? Like, there's a way to have conversations. And I think because y'all, I was a trial lawyer. That's like one of the most aggressive types of lawyers. I am always learning and praying about how to have conversations in a way where people don't feel that I'm attacking them, because I am naturally a more assertive, aggressive person. So I have to go out of my way and out of my comfort zone to be like, okay, Ashley, check your tone. This is not fight or flight. Speak with a softer voice. Say good morning, because it's not my natural inclination. And in my law practice, my assistant from my law firm, y'all, she did not say good morning to me for like, I don't even know how long. Like, she didn't say good morning to me until like the end of my term there. And I asked her one day, like, why don't you say good morning? And she was like, we are all trained that lawyers are here to work. We do not want to bother you guys with like good mornings or niceties. And I was like, okay, cool. And I appreciated that. Don't judge me. I appreciated that because I am also not a small talker. So I didn't think there was anything wrong with it. And what Chris told me was like, based on your personality type, just pre-order her gifts. So I would just pre-order her gifts. Every Christmas, baby, I'm gonna slide you a bag. It's gonna be good. But hey, how's it going over the weekend? And I just don't naturally do that, which is why I do think, and I said this in a previous episode, I'm really good one-to-many, but like one-to-one, I don't really do small talk, and I just don't do that. So Chris does that. Chris will go to a networking event and talk to one person the whole time. Oh, I learned about their Aunt Mirtha. She's doing good. She had a surgery. But I'm like, what? I've had 50 shallow conversations. I know nothing about family. I was like, I know what their business does, what they're trying to do next, what program they should be in, how we could collaborate, how we could work together. We got follow-up calls set up. He's like, Ashley, I don't want to talk about business all the time. I'm like, it's a networking event. If I'm going to a networking event, it's with goals. You know what I mean? Like, that's my natural inclination. I am a straightforward person. So what that means is when it comes to having conversations with people who aren't in the legal field, who aren't in that intense high-performing work environment like a trial lawyer. I was at the top firm for trial lawyers. Outside of that environment, the way that we communicated with each other is not the way that people communicate, which my husband had to tell me. He was like, babe, that's not normal. You cannot talk like that. I'm like, okay. So I have learned to be more empathetic. I have learned to have a better communication style. I have read about leadership books. I have learned even to be more charismatic, like to smile when people recognize you. I have learned how not to be so Chicago all the time. Because I live in the South now, and people are very friendly here. Like, they come up to my daughter, they're like, oh my God, her hair is so cute. They like try to touch her. I'm like, what you want? You know what I mean? And I have to be like, okay, calm Chicago ash down, smile. This lady's your neighbor. Be like, oh, nice to meet you. Yeah, please don't touch her. Okay, so yeah, what house? What house are you? Oh, yeah. Like, I've learned, but that is not my nature. And I have learned to develop these skills because they are I have a vision for my life, a vision for my company, a vision for my family. If a piece of my personality needs to change to help the vision come to pass, I'm with that because that's purposeful. I'm not about changing the authenticity of who I am, but I am always about growing and becoming better. So, all that to say, rest is not selfish, but strategic. And you may need to have difficult conversations in order to maintain boundaries with people, but that doesn't mean you should not maintain those boundaries.
Yeah. Energy high, excuses low. Energy high, excuses low. Energy high, excuses low. Energy high, excuses low. I need energy, need only good people that's around me. All the faith you can give, that's the recipe.